love that girl.
Amy, we were just talking about you as well. So, good morning, everybody. Coach Lorri Lown here with one of our more famous Peloton riders, actually. I hear you get a lot of call outs. This is for those of you who may have met her or not met her. Her leaderboard name is Kapuna MD, and this is Raquel Victoria Hicks. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, you were
Hi,
telling
Lord.
me what your leaderboard name means.
Well, hi, everybody. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Amy.
She's better than
Dimas.
me.
You guys are so good to me. Thank you. A kupuna is an elder lady, a woman in their maybe my age in Hawaiian. So Hawaiian people are very sweet to kupunas, and so I
Ah,
just thought, remembering my 23 years in Hawaii, I would call myself kupuna, and I'm a retired doctor, so that was the MD on that.
that
Yeah,
makes sense. We
yeah.
should
Hey, you
honor.
guys. Hi, low boy. Hi, guys.
She's better at
Yes.
greeting everyone than I am. So, Raquel, you've been riding Peloton a lot. Tell us your
Yes.
story.
The Peloton story or
Yeah.
the whole thing? The
Well, you could
Peloton
tell the whole
story.
story if you want,
Oof,
but we've
well,
only got an
the
hour.
whole story might be a little long, but well, we stayed in Hawaii, 23 years, and during that time, I was very much involved in long distance running, and I had a coach, and my coach was called Mad Max, and he was Mad Max Telford. He ran the California Death Valley twice. He would go one way and the other, and he's in the Guinness Book of Records for all kinds of things. And so he demanded and expected that we would do what he gave us. They gave us this little thing to do every week. So you
Right.
had to do hard, easy schedule, one day hard, one easy, and then one easy on Friday. And Saturday we would do 20 miles. Um, we would do the whole Honolulu Marathon thing except for 6. So we
Right.
would, throughout the year, we did 20 miles on Saturday. And of course, he would go back and forth. He'd do this way and the other way. He'd be turning around when we were just arriving. It was really great. It was fun. Um, he he coached me to run the Run to the Sun. You know that I did that in my 40s.
Yes.
I think I was 41 maybe when I did that. Um, and crazy as I am, I looked forward to it. I was like completely happy doing this. Um, we ran from Lahaina to the top of Haleakala, and
How many
I
miles is that?
36.2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's 10,060 something, 600 something, feet.
Yeah.
So you feel that you really are. You feel you're getting
That's
up
hard
there.
on a bicycle, never mind running.
Oh yeah. So we were so well trained
Yeah.
that we just did it. And I remember getting to the very top, and of course you look at it and you say, I can do this because it doesn't look that high, but you don't realize that you're going right and left and right, and the switchbacks are the killers, and then you sometimes have little turns that you
Yeah.
just don't. Oh, there's a turn, go up, and my son says he's looked me up. He says that I was number 16. I don't think so because I don't think of myself as very fast. I'm not very fast. I'm not very fast because my legs are about that long. I just can't. Uh, so also genetically, I don't think I was born to be fast in pretty much anything. I mean that's let's be honest about it. That's part of who I am. I think I'm very fast in other things. I can
You
learn
talk
things very
fast.
fast. I talk fast, but I can learn very fast. I learn very fast.
Yeah.
I learn languages really fast, and
Ah.
I'm learning Esperanto right now. Anyway,
How many
that's enough.
languages do you speak, Raquel?
I speak Spanish, French, Italian, and a little Japanese. Not too much.
Wow.
Not too much.
And
Anyway,
English, of course.
I think so, a little bit. So when we got to the top of Haleakala, there are all these clouds that you have to pass. So you get your body into the cloud and you feel this wetness around in your body and you go, okay, this gotta be heaven here. This is what's gonna happen to me when it was really nice. It was great. And the brothers Casimiro were singing Hawaiian songs with ukuleles up on the top. So I lost it. I got up there and crying.
Oh,
It was very emotional to get up there. Anyway, I was so
how
pleased to have done it. I didn't really want to do it anymore because I know what it took from me, from my
right.
time, from my life to be able, to do it. So
How
that was,
long did the run take? How many hours?
I think under 8 hours.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
a
under eight
long
hours.
time to be on your
Yeah, a
feet.
long time because you can't. You okay. We had learned with Max to do the bounding technique on the hill. You probably have seen that. So you bound yourself. You push yourself. We were doing that once a week with Max. So he would take us to the street across Kapiolani Park, and we would go up and down and bound up, and then going down that was hard too.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, so we were. I mean, I wasn't suffering too much. I really was not suffering too much. I got up there, and the only thing I was choking in emotion. It was really tough that way. But we were prepared, and that was really
Yeah.
fun to do. So then there was a hiatus somewhere in there. And, my husband is a doctor. He's a psychiatrist. And in the military, we were assigned to Hawaii, and they left us there for 23 years. So we
Wow.
said, okay, fine. And then they moved us to Germany. So that's my whole life went changed completely. And there wasn't a good it wasn't a good place to run. Not for me anyway. I was used to the sun, the ocean, and all this. So I was doing aerobics, doing other things, and then we were there only 3 years, and then we moved to Washington. So we've
And
been
that's where you
here.
are now,
Yeah,
right?
I'm here. I'm in Washington. 20, uh, 22 years, I think, 24 years, something like
Now,
that. We've
where
been
does
here.
the Hawaiian guy in the Speedo beach aerobics come into this? You were telling
Okay,
me.
so that was okay. One of the things I did in Hawaii was a class with Gilad, and some people may have seen him on television. He used to give a class on the beach, and one of the interesting thing is one of my nurses was one of the models for him. She was very cute. So she was with the little tank top and so forth, being doing all this at the beach. So we used to go to his class at lunch hour, me and my nurse, and get dressed in the car and get back to work with the kids in the afternoon. It was fun. We did all kinds of fun things like that. Yeah.
And then
And
you were telling me about stairs at work.
yes,
Your at
part
work
part
workout.
of the training that Max gave us was to run up and down flights of stairs. So where I worked at Kapiolani Children's, there were 9 floors. So I would go up and down for 45 minutes, and then go back to work. So that was fun. That was really
Yeah,
good, and I think that strengthened my legs a lot. I have very bulky and muscular legs that were developed then. So never mind the bike. This is where I developed my muscles.
right.
Really. And I can't wear, dresses. I'm embarrassed to wear dresses. Do you
Don't
wear
be.
dresses? I don't wear dresses. I
I wear
can't. It's
dresses all the time because pants don't fit me, although
I mean neither. It's
baggy pants
terrible.
are trendy right now. But yeah,
I I can't do it. And even now, I'm glad when I go to get my physical once a year, my doctor is very happy to see my muscle development. She can hardly believe that I'm this age and have
right.
good muscle development. So it's
Sarcopenia is a really significant issue for. I know your daughter keeps telling us how
what is
proud she
Kelly
is.
saying? Hi, baby. Yeah, but she was the world champion body surfer, so she's
Ah,
she's very good. She's a psychologist too. They're all
she got
shrinking in
good
my head.
genetics, right?
Yes, I know, right?
Yes,
So my son was a very good surfer, in Hawaii. So they were
right.
all into it. They were into it. So when I came back here, then I started doing all kinds of things, but not running anymore. See, I ran for 19 years, I think, or
Hmm.
something like that. And I'm trying to find something that I would be happy, doing. And it just one of those things that happened. I tripped at the gym and I shattered my wrist, and so I was I couldn't go to hot yoga anymore, but I used to go to this really great class, and I couldn't do it anymore. So after my surgery and when I got better, Russell bought me. He said, "I have something for you." My husband's like that. Everybody talks about this bike. That I think you ought to have this bike. So okay, so that was 2017, I think, and I got my first Peloton bike.
Nice.
Nice. And then I had two, and then three. I've had three bikes at once. So yes,
All in the same house?
yes, the same house. Yes.
So you could all ride together.
We can't with the kind of thing I have.
Oh,
You can't bite. No,
yeah,
otherwise I have to be paying a great deal more than I do right now because we have to take turns in doing that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, I am the only woman who doesn't know Galad because everybody else seems to love it. But Amy,
Gilad was so great. Oh my God, it was wonderful. Yeah. So
Amy
class.
Murphy, I was going to ask you. You can tell us in the chat. Amy Murphy has either 100K or 100 miles next week that she's racing.
My God, Amy, that's
Yeah,
amazing. I wish I could do that for you with you, but
yeah.
I don't.
How
I don't ride
So
outside.
tell us, Amy, how long that's going to take you. But Raquel, I was going to ask you. You've definitely embraced. Oh, it's a 50K. Okay, I made you more of an athlete than you are, but I bet your next one will be 100. Circular.
The next time.
Yes,
Next
or
time.
even Jeff knows Galad. So
Yes.
I was going to ask you because you've been training for a long time in your life. What
Yeah.
motivates you? What keeps you getting on the bike every day? Because you do a lot of riding.
I do. I'm about ready to celebrate my 4,900th ride, and every time is with Matt Wilpers. Every time I celebrate with Matt, he's so cute because he says we have a very important person here, and it's Kapuna. He's just so sweet, And he
Yes.
also calls out his mom, which I love. I get very choked up when I hear him talk about his mom. It's very sweet, really is. Yeah. Um, so and I also like it that he does longer rides. So I usually try to celebrate when there's a 90 or I've never done it on a 120, but I did a 90 the other day for the 109th time. That was really fun.
I saw your note. But didn't you do two classes that day? You did a 90 and another class?
I
One
did
of those
that
days
and
you
I
did.
did something else. I can't remember. I think maybe another 45 or something like that. I enjoy long distances, not as much as Maggie. I mean, Maggie, I
Yeah,
mean, I can't even, I can't
right?
even, yeah. Maggie does amazing amount of mileage, but I'm not her age either. Right? I have an excuse, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. You're only 83.
Yeah, I'm only
I tried
80.
to give her an extra year this morning.
I know.
So back to motivation. What motivates you?
You know, I I think positively about things, and I always felt I could do something.
Yeah.
I am a very well-known doll maker. For example, I make porcelain dolls, not for purchase. I'm a judge with the Doll Artisan Guild, and I always thought, I can do this, and I won every award. I don't want to brag, but they
You can
made
pray.
me a judge after all these years, and I've gone all around the world judging all that. And so I think why don't I try? Why don't And then I want to be the best at that.
Yes.
So once I get into something, I I think my best thing that I have is I'm consistent. I don't want to miss anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
And
think we talk
my
about that
schedule is
often
full.
with Team Wilpers. Consistency is the foundation of fitness. If you can do
Mhm.
nothing else, if you're consistent,
Yes,
you get fit.
I am
So,
totally.
yeah. So,
Maggie has seen some of my dolls, and I think I sent her a picture of my African. I made an African doll that was on the cover of a magazine.
oh,
That was very interesting. I have to study the certain doll that I'm going to make, and then I write about it. And I've been writing for a doll magazine for many years also.
yeah.
So I have that in my life.
You will have to post that up. Well, and I think
Okay.
that's also, I was going to ask you about tips for longevity. And I think having things to do is what
Yes,
keeps us
hobby,
young.
a
Yeah.
hobby.
Because a
I
lot of
love my
people retire
garden.
and they do
Yes.
nothing. And it's like, okay,
Oh
now
no,
you're
no, no.
bored and unhappy. And
I'd like to say a little something too. I think ladies my age, they take it for granted that if you're my age, you're going to be sitting around, losing muscle mass and having nothing to do. But that's not going to happen, with me, because I'm just too busy doing things, and yeah. So I wish I had more time to do other things that I want to do.
Well, you might have more time. The way you're
Maybe
living now.
I'm busy.
Exactly. Exactly. Um, Other tips for longevity in fitness or in life in general?
Oh, okay.
What has
Well,
kept you in fitness all these years?
one thing that got me a few years ago was iron deficiency, and I
Ah,
want to say a little something about that because of the ladies in the group. It's very common to get iron deficiency in athletes. Maybe not severe iron deficiency, but we're probably all iron deficient because we
mhm.
can't. Supposedly, we get enough iron in what we eat if we're meat eaters.
Yeah.
But if we're not meat eaters, then we just don't get enough. We really don't. And every time we strike the ground when we run, we're losing iron that way, and the sweat that we produce by doing all this. Uh, and you're vegetarian, and you can't get enough iron unless you really are eating a pot of lentils and all these things that you really have to be careful. So I became iron deficient, and because I've been vegetarian since 38, but not completely iron deficient. So I became anemic in addition to
Mm.
being iron deficient, and my hemoglobin was 8 at the time. I was starting to feel fatigued, you know, uh,
8.
and I had pains all over my body,
Yeah.
and my color was horrible. I mean, I really was sick. So I had to get iron, iron supplementation. Not only like that, but intravenous iron for
Mm,
a few times. And now I see the hematologist twice a year. They check me, and I'm still taking iron,
yeah.
but all my values, are normal right now.
Good.
So yes, I intend to keep it up. But check it out if you're feeling tired. It's not necessarily all the miles that you're doing on the bike. It could be, that we're iron deficient. And then we have
Mhm.
all the lady things, the women's aspects that, make us also become anemic at times.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, that's a very good tip.
Yeah, I think we ought to think about it. I think in general, it's between 15 and 25% of athletes
Wow.
have iron deficiency.
Mhm.
More women than men. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
And the
something.
one I've learned, the one test that most health insurance doesn't cover is ferritin. So
Right.
you can have
Yes.
normal iron levels, but if your
Yes.
ferritin is low, your storage capacity
Your
is telling
story.
us
Exactly.
you're
Yeah.
probably anemic
I
as well.
wanted to do a party when my ferritin became 88. Yes, wonderful. It was so great.
Yeah.
It's You want to be around 50 to feel really good. So
Hmm.
88 is fantastic, and I am. I have to really emphasize, things that I want to eat and that
Right.
have iron. But really, if you little stuff that we have, like I don't know, little broccoli and greens and all that, they only increase you by a little, not too
Right.
much. Lentils, yes, really good. Cereals, irons for iron fortified cereals, the ones we give
Ah.
to our kids. They have your entire daily requirement. They have everything. Really, we should have more cereal once a day at
So
least.
you have Fruit Loops, or what's your favorite cereal?
No, those wheat things that are the wheat
Ah,
square ones that are
yes.
they're called those things. I eat those once a day.
Weebix, or yeah, I would.
Yeah, those
Mhm.
things. I know they're horrible. And then I have athletic greens. Do you like athletic greens? The powder?
Yes, I was using it for years, and then I recently stopped.
Really?
Yeah, they sponsor a couple of people I'm not huge fans
Oh,
of.
I don't know
And
about that. Yeah,
I
okay.
also realized, when you take something and you put, what, 60 ingredients supposedly,
Yeah,
or 80 ingredients in a very small dose of something, you're really getting very small doses.
most
So
likely, yeah.
instead, I target what I know that I need, and I have cut out the athletic greens. So,
Really, I've cut it back a
yeah.
little bit because I was having it once a day, and
Yeah.
I've cut it a little bit, maybe a couple of times a week. But I make a smoothie with soy milk and protein, soy
Mhm.
protein, green and the little green powder,
Yeah.
fruit. That's great stuff.
Flaxseed, hemp seed, chia seed, all those are good and good sources of protein as well. So, and fiber.
Yes.
All need our
Yes,
fiber.
yes. Not a problem for this old woman. No, no, I don't have that. Yeah, I have brown rice for that issue, so it's
And
no
there
problem.
we go. So let's talk a little bit about the next challenge. It
Oh,
starts
yes.
Monday. And
Okay.
it's a little bit different. So we start Monday. We're going back to the Team Wilpers platform. So for those of you who have registered, the program dropped and the emails went out yesterday. Everything is live. There is a PDF that is clickable. We finally figured it out. I'm very proud of my PDF. So the 3 ride challenge is free. So if you are interested in doing 3 rides, that's the option for you. We also introduced our all access challenges. So we have a 5 ride challenge, and then you can add in strength and mobility. So we also have 5 days a week of other work besides cycling, really with the goal, how do we build the better athlete, right? How do we build the better human, the more rounded individual? Because a lot of people, including a lot of folks that I work with, just ride bikes. And we know that there are other advantages to doing other things. So we want to, I'm liking all the emojis there. So
Yes.
thank
Yeah,
you.
like. Uh-huh.
Exactly. So, anyways, so the all access membership is available as well. It is $9.95 a month. So a latte or
Oh,
two.
it's so worth it. It's so insane to even consider that. It's just so good. It's so good. Yeah.
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 So, sign up
Yeah,
if
I
you
have
haven't
some.
already. I
I'm
know a
good
lot
to
of folks.
go.
Will. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
we
good
are
to
good to
go.
go.
Mm-hmm.
One thing you'll notice if you look at the program, I did not include FTP testing in this program. A lot of you just did it 2 weeks ago. We're
Yeah, we
kind of
just did. We just did it.
exactly. If
Yeah.
you haven't done it, I would say do it this weekend, do it Monday. You could substitute Tuesdays as well. And then we'll be able to test in that break between the challenges next time as well. So
Mm.
if you haven't done it, do it. So you have accurate training zones. If you've done it recently, I would say you're good. So
Oh, goody.
exactly. So we're going to focus on cycling, a lot of endurance, but we have 5 complete training days. We've got 5 days of strength and mobility. This is intended to be your schedule. And I know a lot of you add other things in here and there, but it's a pretty complete schedule. We've got
That's great.
cycling and stretching and strength and mobility and everything there. So, yeah. So, goal
That's
is
wonderful. Yeah.
raise our FTP from below, and then we've got some intensity as well,
Mhm.
mostly in the second half of the program, but we'll pull it up from the top. So we're going to build some FTP as well, and we'll get ready for our next challenge that's coming up, which will be a climbing challenge. So what else? Oh, you're welcome, Amy. I wanted to give a shout out to our group leads. Who's your group lead, my dear Raquel?
Well, I think it's Amy.
Ah, yes, Amy
Yeah, I
Murphy.
love Amy. She's very positive and very, very good. Good
She
girl. Really
is.
good girl. Yeah.
She would be a great coach. She sends these very inspirational messages. So yes,
She's
Amy is with
terrific.
the Pacific Cadence Crushers, and I don't think I saw Will on here. He's on our Mountain Summit Spinners, and Maggie is here as well. So she's our
Yes.
Central Time Zone. So the Central Pedal Pushers, and then Matt Welch. I don't think I saw Matt, but Maddie is the Eastern Gear Grinders. And I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for all your volunteer work. And oh yeah, Summit Climb. Maggie has been organizing Pelofondo events for the team.
Yes, I
And
like Peloton though. The
yes,
thing is, my kids in Hawaii want to get, we get together, we do a little group. My guys in Hawaii, 2 or 3 of them, and my son in Wyoming. But there've been
nice.
a few things that have prevented us from doing it. So the last one I did with Wilpers, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you doing the climb event this weekend or this week?
No, I'm not gonna do the climb this time. I'm gonna skip the climb because of something that I will let you know later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, the climb is going on. We have 2 more days, if you include today, of riding. And Maggie put a team together. We've got 26 athletes registered. As of yesterday, we're over 10,000 feet already.
Wow,
And
that's
it,
so fun and so great.
yeah. And I saw this morning, I think it was Eric has finished. And somebody said, well, you can increase your goal. And I think you said, I'm okay. So,
That's great. Yeah,
yeah.
it's fantastic what can be done on the bike, really. It's amazing, really.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
climb's a fun event. It's a little different than how
Hmm.
we would climb outside. But it really is a test of how do we add some elevation and do something together. And again, thank you to Maggie for organizing and Jim for putting together the chat. And Maggie put together playlists for every day. And yeah, yeah, Eric is done his first summit climb.
Wow,
So you even
that's
spelled
pretty
summit
incredible.
correctly.
Amazing girls. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's really good. Well,
Anyways, what else is going on? Um, I'm going to encourage you to join your chat group. So we've got 6 chat groups on Facebook, and
okay.
yeah, be social and train together and use our
Thank you.
hashtag Team Wilpers Cycling. And that may be it.
I
Anything to
mean,
add,
right?
Raquel?
Seriously. Well, I just want to say that people in my group have been so supportive of me. It makes me, I'm going to choke up if I keep talking because they are really nice to me, and every time I've done well in the previous challenge, which I will say this, I never thought that I could do this well. I
Yeah,
really didn't because I never even tried it before. I never tried a hit class. I mean, I shied away from all the people that were scaring me, and then I'm looking at my list and they're all there. Oh, okay, then I get to do it. And Olivia, for example, I never took her classes. Tunde, are you kidding me? I was away from Tunde. Now I'm taking all of Tunde's classes. And what's happened is that I got better.
yeah,
I mean, I have improved. I really never thought that I would improve. I PR'd my 60-minute, my 75-minute, and my 90-minute. I mean, I was so surprised, that I could do that. I'm very surprised.
So you're the 83-year-old that passes me on the leaderboard. Okay.
I don't think so. I don't think so. No.
I always joke when I tend to filter the leaderboard down either just to women or women
Yes,
my
me
age or
too.
whatever. And every once in a while, some 80-year-old will
Oh
pass
yeah,
me, and I always
me
think, oh,
too.
it's her 20-year-old grandson or whatever.
Well, what's
But it
interesting?
might be you.
I If it's a long ride, maybe, but not a short ride. Most definitely not. No, that's not
Yes,
me. I don't do that. There are some very, very, very good 80-year-olds.
there are.
Really good.
Yeah,
I'm looking at. I'm not going in that class. They are really good. But if there's a 90-minute or more, then there are very few. Mostly me that I
yeah,
can see myself. Several times.
right. Well, you're an
Yeah.
inspiration. We'll have
Oh.
to nudge all the other 80-year-olds to up their game. But
Well,
anyways,
I look
I want
forward.
to
Thank you so
say,
much for thinking that
Raquel,
I had something to say. Thank
you
you.
do. You have awesome things to
Okay.
say, and you've been limited in your one little chat. And I thought it would be nice to share you with the world. So thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thanks, Kelly.
yes, Kelly, your mom's our
Kelly
hero
is
too, as you
amazing.
know.
She's super girl.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for joining. We will see you on the leaderboard. Have a good
Okay.
day.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks.